Do you feel the pulse?
GNT Sports, right back at it one more time. Oh, do I got the reverb on? Yeah. Let y'all see my face. Hey, look, welcome back, people. Welcome back to another episode 70. And we know it's right before Thanksgiving. That's the reason why the title says I'm thankful indeed. We'll get more into that as we go. But until then, let's get the show started. Yeah. I didn't want to even hold back the excitement of showing that man's face right there. Joel Bergang back in the building. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It feels, man, bittersweet return. You know what I mean? First and foremost, I just want to thank you and Tone for holding the fort down. And, you know what I mean? It's just been a crazy hectic 3 weeks for me. Man, I'm just happy to kind of get back into the norm of things. But, man, you already know. Let's get it.
Absolutely. Already on Instagram, Drunken Monk is in the building. He said, yo, what's good, y'all? Happy Thanksgiving. Right back at you. Big Man Snacks, what's up, bro? How you feeling? Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. And thank y'all, every single one of y'all for, that's going to be, stopping in, just saying hi, saying, happy Thanksgiving, whatever you guys are going to do with us tonight. We're just grateful for y'all guys because, hey, look, we know this is family time. and we already expecting not to have a whole lot of folks with us today. But nonetheless, we're here because that's the time that we have dedicated for y'all guys. So that's why we're here. So we're going to do the show regardless. But before we start off, because Joel, it's just me and you right now, bro. And Tone would be on the show real soon. It's running a little late. Got to take care of some stuff, but that's all right. But because it's me and you, we can actually talk some birds right now. We could talk some Eagles. We don't got to worry about the Cowboys fan, being all upset. Like, oh, you always talk about the Eagles because we're number one in the division and we're going to spank everybody. Yeah, we don't got to worry about hearing none of that stuff right now. It's just me and you right now. And with that being said, this is a video I wanted to show you, Joel. It's a highlight video. Our man Saquon.
I figured that.
Why did Saquon do that to those kids, man?
Man, I couldn't believe it on Sunday, man. I was snapping. Man.
Man, I had so much fun just watching that game, bro. And, I mean, it's, first off, like, his amount of yards, 255 yards on the ground. The amount of yards that he ran for was sneaky to me because like in the first half, like he didn't go crazy in the first half, but he still had 89 yards in the first half.
Right.
Yo, like normally if we have a running back that run for 89 yards for the whole entire game, we're happy with that. Mm-hmm. If that was Miles Sanders, we'd be happy with the fact that he ran 89 yards for a full game and hoping that he scored a touchdown. Mm-hmm. In the first half, that was a quiet half for him. And then pull off 255 yards on the ground. That's bananas, bro.
Right. I think the impressive thing was, I mean, we were watching it. Actually, Will was over. My
Okay.
kids obviously was watching it. My grandson, my sister came over with my niece. We was just all
Mm.
there watching the game and, having like a little Sunday dinner type thing and watching the game. And you could tell like the first and second quarter, he was just like one more broken tackle away from breaking a long run. And we just kept saying, we was like, oh man, he almost had it. He almost had it. And then to start off that second half like that, oh man, I was like, it's a wrap. Like, it's over. There's no way they coming back.
I'm so intrigued by this upcoming game, Eagles versus Baltimore, because the fact that for one of the first times they better put on like all the advertisements, Saquon versus Derrick Henry. It's going to be like literally the battle of the running backs because
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's
number
having
one
a
and
hell of a
two.
year.
Yeah, number 1 and 2. They've been flip flopping. Saquon finally took the lead with that huge game last week. Um, right now, Derrick Henry is ranked second, and I mean he ran pretty well on Monday night. So it's definitely going to be a great matchup. I'll tell you this: like after the way we played last week, and I know it's a lower caliber team that we played, but the last 2 3 weeks I've been like catching some of the Baltimore games and seeing what they had to bring to the table just because I kind of wanted to keep a close eye since I knew we were gonna play them. And back if you would have asked me in the beginning of the year, I would have had a bigger question mark if we were able to pull off the victory.
Hmm.
Now that's not the case no more. I think this team really is doing what they need to do, and I think a huge contributor for me is the way the defense is playing,
Yeah,
along with how Saquon is carrying the offense right now and us being able to run the ball and throw when we need to, but mainly because of the defense.
I'm going to go ahead and sneak into Instagram because Instagram right now. Hey, look, big man, I see you. Derrick Henry still has the bye week. Exactly, bro. Like Saquon already have a jump on him yards wise, and that's with the bye. So Saquon can easily, if he keep up with this momentum, he can easily have like a 300 yard gap on him. So I definitely agree with you. Drunk Monk said, like, it's like a mirror game. Yeah, if you look at now, granted, the magic of Lamar Jackson, we all get it. I mean, he's crazy. Uh, but two running quarterbacks, two crazy running backs, great offensive lines on both ends, decent defense when it comes to Baltimore, but not really when it comes to the passing. The passing defense, the running defense is all was on point. So I mean, we're looking at a really good, really good game this upcoming week.
Yeah, you have the number one run defense versus the number one run offense. You know what I mean? So you got head to head there. Obviously, like running back right now, you got to give the edge to Saquon.
Yep.
Quarterback, I think everybody would agree. You would take Lamar versus Hurts. You know what I mean? That's like, flip.
Mhm.
Receiver wise, that's competitive edge to us. You could
Right.
say, depending what Andrews shows up, because Andrews hasn't been really playing that well.
Hmm.
Goddard versus Andrews, kind of a coin flip. The O line obviously will go to us. D line will probably go. I would probably say a coin flip as well between the D line and the linebackers. But the difference for us, I think, really is going to be the defense and the secondary. Man, this secondary is playing. I mean, Mitchell, bro. Listen, that's on my Christmas list. I need a Mitchell jersey. Like,
Yeah. How about it?
yeah, it's actually my birthday, the 27th. So
Oh,
I actually like the number 27 as well. But I got that on my Santa list. So if any of my kids watching, you know what to get me.
make it
But
happen.
yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a hell of a game, and I think the one thing that I would be concerned with is the coaching. So although Nick Sirianni has been doing a way better job.
Way
I mean,
better.
Hardball is, bro. You know what I mean? You just gotta tip your hats off to him. Great coach team, and like I said, the last 3 weeks I pulled it up. They played the Bengals tough. You know what I mean? They snuck out that victory. You know what I mean? And you could argue that it should have won. The Bengals should have won. They lost to the Steelers in a very, low scoring game. And then last week, on Monday night, you saw what happened, against his brother's team over in
Right.
San Diego. So I'm looking at those 3 teams that gave them one. They actually lost the one, and the other 2 were better than them, and they played them very tough. So that's the reason why I really feel confident about the game heading into it. I was saying this before the Monday night game. I was like, I really hope that Baltimore would have won Monday night, because they would have been in a very, very tough spot and in a must-win situation. So not that we're not going to see them not show up and give their very best, but I think they would have been really, pressing the issue this week if they would have lost last week. So I feel a lot better that they did pull off that victory. It was a emotional game where they knew the 2 coaches are brothers, so they had that whole element going, and both of the teams wanted to win the game for their coaches for that reason. So there was already it was a very good game on Monday night. It was high intensity and stuff like that, and I was like, this is good, because it's, they traveled to Cali, and then on top of that, it was a high emotions, high. I mean, you saw the game like when Lamar got first hurt. When Herbert ran for that touchdown, and he ran with the ball halfway upfield, I'm like, yo, these emotions feel like a playoff game already. But they knew the level of importance of the game, because it was, the brothers going against each other and stuff like that. So I was ecstatic about that, because I'm like, this is going to take a lot of energy, a lot of stuff. Now they got to travel back to the East Coast, just like we did. We was out there too. But we played on Sunday and we got back already. You know what I mean? So they still had to do that. They get a day behind, and on top of that, played a very high competitive game where we had Kenny Pickett in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Hey, look, going back on Instagram, my brother's going talking it up. But happy birthday to Drunken Monk's son. He said his son turned 21 today.
21,
so,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to his son, man. Happy birthday to my man. Big man just basically said happy birthday right back to him. And big man said, like, yeah, especially with BG out. It's definitely going to be a coin flip right now to fill that gap of what BG filled for us. It's going to be tough. It's going to see exactly how the defense really going to look, but I think everything is really relying on, at least defensive line wise, on the Georgia boys. They have. I mean, look, Carter can't do any more. He's setting up everybody perfectly. He can't do no more. But of course we want more, but he can't do no more. Jordan Davis, on the other hand, this game is a Jordan Davis game. This game, you can't have a man that's almost 400 pounds, 6'8", 400 pounds, and have Derrick Henry run all over you. That doesn't make any kind of sense. This is clearly a Jordan Davis game, and I'm excited to see exactly what happens. I hope he make his mark in this game, because for some reason, Derrick Henry in the last number of games that we actually played against him, he didn't play too well. And now, granted, it's a different team, a different atmosphere, but I would say, just like you said, Joel, this team, I would say, is better than the Pittsburgh team, and I'm talking spicy like that, and that's without Smitty.
Right. Nah, I mean, I've been paying very close attention, man. And like I said, I mean, you go through their schedule too. So I'll run it off real quick. They played the Chiefs week 1. They had Pacheco. He's not Saquon. You know what I mean?
True.
The Raiders. I don't even know who the Raiders running back is right now at the moment. Then they played the Cowboys. They played the Bills, which really doesn't have a running back. I mean, they do have what's his name, Cooks. So he's probably the best running back that they faced because
Mhm.
you had Moss and the combination of Moss and what's his name, Brown from the Bengals. Nick Chubb didn't play against them. You didn't know who was the running back for the Bucks at the moment. Now that Bucky Irvin is the running back for the Bucks now.
Mhm.
He's solidified now, but they played him earlier in the year. They did play the Commanders, which has Robinson, which he's a nice player, but not nowhere near Saquon. So they
Correct.
really haven't faced any running back until last night. I mean, last on Monday when they played Dobbins, which got hurt during the game, and
Mhm.
Edwards, which just came back. So they really haven't seen a running back or a running team like we have, because I know that was a lot of the talk, listening through sports radio and, different things on TV where they're like the number one run defense versus the number one run offense. And I'm saying
Mhm.
here, like, well, let me see who they played. And you go through, it's not like they haven't played Bijan. They haven't played any of these other top running backs that are running well right now for the year. You have a lot of people that are running well, but they still haven't faced any of those teams yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, even for the Texans, they have Mixon. They play the Texans, but it's later on in the year. So they haven't faced Mixon, which has been having a decent year, or
Yeah, he's having
a
a good year
team
too.
like Detroit, where you got the 1-2 combo with Montgomery and Gibbs. So they
Mhm.
really haven't faced elite running back yet. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then you got the whole element with the wide receiver, and you know what I mean. If Smitty plays, if he doesn't, but you saw what AJ Brown did by himself last week, and he just
Mhm.
made some very clutch catches when he needed to, and
Yep.
you just got a whole different animal than you've been facing so far. The best team that they face, I mean, if you're looking at their schedule, is the Bills, the Bengals, the second game that they played them. Actually, they played them tough both games, and we beat the Bengals. They barely won
Mhm.
both games against the Bengals. They won by 1 and won by 3 in those two games. So, I mean, I know it's a different team, different atmosphere, different things on the line, but like I
Mhm.
said, there's a lot of things that I see in our favor.
I definitely agree. Going on Instagram, Jay, I see you, said number one defense in the NFL, Bird Gang, talking about the Birds. Big Man said they were getting cooked by Dobbins, which is the truth. That was like, yeah, this is like this is your king, number one run defense. This is your king. But anyway, but yeah, absolute facts, all y'all guys, absolute facts. And I'm gonna give my blasphemous statement of the night. Uh, a big part of my belief this football year is that Baltimore's Fugazi. I don't think they're as good as what everyone is trying to say. I never think that Lamar Jackson is MVP worthy. I never do. I, I, it's not me being hateful or anything. It's just that every time I go ahead and sit down, I say, you know what, I'm going to watch in detail this Ravens offense, and I always see erratic passes from Lamar, or passes with no touch, and what have you. I do see some magic every once in a while, so I understand where everything is coming from, especially with his legs. I mean, my man is, elusive as crazy. Like, elusive is not even a word for him. Like, Vic is elusive. This man is different. So I mean, I understand the magic of Lamar Jackson, but people, when they talk about this Baltimore team, they're like Super Bowl, like, is this Super Bowl time for them? And I don't exactly see that. I definitely see tinks in their armor, but that just could be me with my Eagles glasses on, and we playing them this week. It may change after this week, but that's my blasphemous statement. We'll see.
Right. I mean, I see like where you could kind of pick that up. I think honestly, like the biggest thing with them is that they're a well coached team.
Hmm.
That's really the difference to me. I think if they had a coach that wasn't in that top five, you know what I mean, and they're disciplined. They don't make mistakes. They play to their strengths. this team's a run first team. I don't care what anybody says. It's always been a run first team. It's been a run first team like for a long time. You know what I mean? And he just makes the plays that he has to make. And you know what I mean? Then you have the whole other weapon of him utilizing his legs to, get extra time to make that pass or take off and, get that first down. You know what I mean? I think a lot of it has to do just with the way he plays and his swag too, that makes him a likable guy at that position. You know what I mean? Because he's like, you know what I mean? Like he has the swag to go along with it. So I think that's what makes him, exciting and marketable, and people like gravitate towards that. You know what I mean? Versus someone like Hurts, where he's just like, all right, I'm gonna get a touchdown and walk right back to the bench and stay stone face type thing.
Right.
But I think is really down to the coaching, where they, don't shoot themselves on the foot and make sure that they're, sticking to the game plan and letting things, kind of develop as the game goes on. And a lot of people like the passing game, but I mean, if you're running the ball consistently, and then, you start getting those defenders cheating up and, playing the run, that's when they hit you with the Zay Flowers, 20, 25 yard pass, or the Bateman pass. You know what I mean? So, and then his security blanket in previous years, not so much this year, was, Mark Andrews, where he'll just, get that little 5 yards, 10 yards, whatever it was. But typically is the run first team. So I'm excited for it. And I'm even more excited that we'll be at Dimensions for it too.
How about it? We definitely was going to go ahead and talk about that in detail. Yeah. But yeah, the GNT crew will be at Dimensions, Eagles versus Baltimore, for our last scheduled event. Quotations.
The last. No, we got a picture like that. This is the last one. You got to show the hell up.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
We won't know when the next time we'll be in this.
Yeah. So
right.
No, yeah. That's right now. Yeah. So sorry, you missed the eyes. Drunk Monk, I'm there. Appreciate you. And hey, look, Drunk Monk also feel the same way I do when it comes to this Baltimore team. And he agrees with you as well, Joel. He says true when it comes to words about the Baltimore. So, hey, look, it's going to be definitely a good time. We there. What's going on? Can't wait to see you. Cannot wait to see you fresh at Dimensions. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be an absolute fun time. But without further ado, Tone, the promoter in the building. What's happening?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm trying to get the earphones to work. But what's going on, y'all? What's going on, GNT World? Sorry I'm late to the party, but better late than never. I'm here. What's going on?
What's happening,
yo.
kid?
Oh man, damn, how do I get this shit to pop off, man? But don't worry about me, y'all. Hold on, wait. Let me just go ahead and mute the mic.
Tone back with technical difficulties, but I really do need him to be able to hear everything that we're saying, because the next thing I'm going to show is I had him in mind. You can hear now?
Yeah.
You're muted, so I can't hear you though.
What I'm saying is, you want me to hear you? I can hear you. Don't worry about hearing me. I can hear you. So go ahead and play whatever you need to play. I'm doing. I can hear you. That's all. That's what you want to know, right?
Yeah. I want to know.
I can hear you. So
all systems go.
Yo, he's been back, and now I can't see him.
But I can see you. That's what he's saying.
Yo, fam, he's been on here for like 2 seconds. He's offering. Joel, I'm so happy that you're back in the fold, bro, because I was tired of the double teaming I was getting when it comes to him and Taya and everybody else. That was like trying to change up all my words and everything. They ain't funny, man. Joel, I'm so happy.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I had my hands full. I caught maybe 10 minutes of the last 2 weeks. So I really got to catch up and watch those episodes, man. I really had my hands full with a lot, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and dissect those 2 episodes.
It was wrong, man. It was wrong. The episodes was wrong, but that's all right. That's all right. That's the reason why, like, because of last week's reason why I got my extra lights on in the room. I got my extra background going on. I got Philadelphia right behind me. You know what I mean? All because of this guy.
No, you said it, not
That
me,
guy.
bro. You said it, not me.
That
you
guy.
said it, not me.
We're not getting into that right now, man.
How you gonna blame
the
me?
clips when y'all was talking about after-hour shows and stuff like that. And
Right,
was
right.
Tone.
I
I don't know,
brought nothing.
something about toys and all this stuff.
Right, right.
I caught that part. I was like, man, luckily I don't have time to really go into this one and grind them up for real.
I'm like this guy, man. Like, it's crazy.
I was like, man.
You the one who said it. How is it my fault?
How?
Yeah. He got the grown man
because it's you
now repping the DeWalt. He's like, I got the grown man toys.
Yeah, exactly. I want to hear no more smoke from none of y'all. But it's cool. It's cool. So all right, Tone. When I pulled up this, like this vid, I thought about you. I thought about your brother, and the multiple conversations that our one thread had. This will all make sense in a second. Y'all ready?
Could you just please give me a second to say goodbye to the kid?
Take a second.
You don't want me here anymore?
That's not it, pal. You just gotta go away for a little while.
I don't want to go.
I know you don't. I know, but you have to, and you're gonna be okay, all right?
Please don't make me go.
I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to do.
Just go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Come on.
But I want my own ass. I want my own.
Yo, they did a good job with that. Send his ass right to the G League. All right, son, I got get your ass down there where you belong.
Right, like that's and you know what, yo, that's what makes this even, I think, a little bit bad. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly we like, and that's why I got a problem with calling Brian the GOAT, man. Some of the things that he do, yo, it's like fugazi, man. Like, this was all just done. I don't know. This is not going to be LeBron's last year. So why did you rush him? Why did you rush for him to get in the league? He wasn't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he was drafted at the 58th pick and with 58 picks, they don't really amount to nothing anyway. But we know why he got into the league. And then it was just all about that first game of the year. You know what I'm saying? Which was cool. I'm not downgrading it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying that it wasn't, something to see. Because I ain't gonna front a little, I was watching it, like, man, that's actually sick. You know what I'm saying? Like that happened. But it wasn't the moment for it to happen, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is just not ready. If you ain't really have a crazy successful college career, that was questioned. What did we expect or think that he was going to do in the NBA? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was just warranted, you know what I'm saying, for it to happen. We knew it would be a G League move anyway. I thought he would just went straight overseas, you know what I'm saying, to really, really, really get ready for the league. But they wanted the microwave, the song and dance and the pony show and all that, you know what I'm saying, with the ball, Brian and his son. But I mean, it wasn't hating on the kid, you know what I'm saying? We just knew he wasn't ready for the league, man. That was it. That was it. That was really my strong point, about that when we were debating about that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I never really came at the guy saying he wasn't like a talent or could be a talent. You know what I'm saying? I just knew he wasn't ready for the league at that moment.
Like, he was going to get drafted regardless. Regardless, he's going to get drafted. It was just a matter of when. He's going to get drafted. You ain't had to force it this year. I'm sorry, Joel. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just looking at his stats in the G League to see if he was dominating. But just 5 points, 2 games.
So he back in college.
Yeah,
he's back in college.
That's what I'm saying. He just set him up. I mean, he got the moment and all that stuff. But it's like, bro, like, those were valuable minutes that they could have gave to like connect or somebody else on the team that could actually help him. You know what I mean? So, but hey, man,
Even the moment that they had in Cleveland when they went to Cleveland and played, and they was all like, Bronny, Bronny, Bronny. Like, what did he ever do for Cleveland? He didn't even go to school there. Like, what are y'all going crazy for him for? Like, he didn't do anything. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just,
Cleveland, I
yeah,
didn't do it for you.
yeah, right. They were going crazy. They were going buck wild for him down there. I was like, is this like, come on, man. Come on, man.
It makes no sense. Look, on Instagram, Drunk Monk, he said he put so much pressure on Bronny. He did, man. He put so much pressure. Oh yeah. He also said, talking about you, Tony, he said he's late like the Cowboys winning the game. Just put it out there. I'm just repeating what he said on Instagram. That's all. Please continue.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Take all the shots y'all want, man. We down bad, and I know why we down bad, but you know what I'm saying? It's cool. I'm telling you, the spin back gonna be crazy.
hey, Bronny might be big enough to be the running back over there. I mean, his dad's a Cowboys fan. He could probably make it happen. Hey,
Bronny
Jerry,
like
get my
five.
son in
Bronny
there.
like
Get my
he like
son in there,
5'11".
Jerry.
He 5'11". He ain't running. He don't run it back. Get him out of here. Too thin to win. He can't even make it in the G League. We cool.
5 points. Joel, they really said 5 points total?
He's averaging 5. He scored 7 in one and 2 in the other 2 games. So what I'm saying, man, like this is, man. And
he can't even dominate the G League, yo. Like,
this is the
come
other
on,
thing
man.
too. Like, I mean, like when think about it, you know, like I mean, Tone would know because he ran ball. Like when you play somebody that has a name, you just gonna play a lot better. So imagine you on a team and you line it and you guarding Bronny. And you like, man, this boy got the name. You ain't got no respect for him because you like, man, you spoon fed everything got handed to you. Boom, I'm locking you the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what's going on. So anytime he's on the court with somebody else, everybody like, I know everybody's looking at him and he's playing against me. I'm locking him down because I'm not about to get, like be on Sports Center because they waiting for every little moment, every shot, every block, every steal, whatever it is. They trying to make a highlight reel because it's Bronny. But now, what in turn, on the flip side, what you get is the very best of whoever's guarding. So you know what I mean. He has that whole element too, in conjunction of getting him in the league just like he did, and you saw it was disaster, and it's going to continue to be that. I think he should have just came out of college too. He should have been in there for 3 years, is my opinion. At least until he got a little bit, grown man strength and actually dominated and did something there. Or go to a better school, like Tone was saying before. Go to like a real competitive school where they make it deep in March Madness and stuff like that, and get his own little accolades up before just jumping into the league. Because I mean, it ain't never late. You know what I mean? To make it to the league, it was more about that father and son type thing.
Like I think the NBA was going to be there for him. You know what I'm saying? Just like we all continue to say. And then it was the following, of his dad. Like, you go to USC. You know what I'm saying? Because your dad playing for the Lakers, so you out there with him. Nah, man, branch off and do your own thing. Create your own lane. I think what it is I don't think he's obviously built enough for the pressure. Because let's be real. He wasn't a top high school player, like his father was. You know what I'm saying? So he got to really go through the mud and get it. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't a top tier player. If he was a top tier player, just like his dad, this might be just a different story. You know what I'm saying? But the confidence, I don't think his confidence is there. You know what I'm saying? All the way there. And like I say, he's just under a lot of pressure, man. Just being a son of a great in any sport, you're under the pressure just because of that. Just because who your dad is. You know what I'm saying? Because they expect you to fill those same shoes and maybe even be better. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that against you, and then like I said, him not being a number one or top high school player,
it's more pressure on him. And then to Joel's point, you know what I mean, whenever he's lining up or you know, matching up against somebody want to kill that dude. Not you know, literally, but somebody wants to go at him and be like, yo, you Brian, you know, you got everything handed to you. I'm gonna shut you down. I'm gonna show that I should be in the league versus you. You know what I mean? You only getting this, you know, because of your dad. Like
Yep.
a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people behind closed doors and who he played against feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? I just think the pressure and his confidence is just that's what's getting to him. You know what I mean? This season.
On Instagram, Big Man said, yeah, you're going to get clout for locking them down too. 1,000%. 1,000%. And then he said the opinion of a lifetime, which is the same one that I said. He said, in my opinion, Bryce is the better player. I agree. I agree.
I think Bryce will become the better player, you know what I'm saying, because of his I think he's what, he about 6'6". You know what I'm saying? He just got a little bit more range, you know what I'm saying, as far as like maybe creating and building an NBA body. Bronny's, they said, measured out at the combine at like 6'1.5". You know what I'm saying? But they was like listing him at 6'3", 6'4", you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you're hyping it up. You know what I'm saying? He's really 6'1", 6'1.5". He had to be a dominating point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's what he would have to be, like a Dame Lillard type assassin. That's just what he would have to be. Now with Bryce, like I said, being 6'6", he could throw muscle on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He can go down and post up a smaller guard, or even if he's, you know, facing up against a 6'7", 6'8", you know, forward wingman, you know what I mean? He might be quick enough to blow by him. And you know, so he might have just a little bit more mechanics, you know, being 6'6", you know what I'm saying, to flourish a lot better than Bronny.
Yeah, I just looked it up. He's 6'6", 190, and 17 years old, man. It's gonna be a big boy for sure. And he's already dominating, like his, you know what I mean? Like where he's at, he's dominating. Versus where Bronny was at, where Bryce is at, he wasn't doing what Bryce is doing.
You have to be, just like y'all said, to be the son or to be the child of a great. No, like y'all guys said, the pressure, has to be phenomenal. But that's where you have to really respect and adore the greats that came from a great. No, Griffey Jr. Like his father was a great player, and to have him be the better player out of the two, in my opinion, of course, my father may actually go against me with that statement, but no, Kenny Griffey Jr. was the man. And could you imagine the pressure and everything that he had just to try to keep up with that name? And it's not a whole lot of, God, the Mannings, like it or not, Eli will be eventually, he will be a Hall of Famer. But his father was adored and loved over in New Orleans. You know what I mean? So, to be able to go ahead and make a name for yourself after being born of a great, you got to respect that so much, because there's so many others that failed tremendously or just didn't make it to the level that I thought. Example, I was waiting for Barry Sanders Jr. to actually come out of college and actually make a name for himself. Like Barry Sanders' son is going to be a monster. I don't think he ever made it out of college. So it's tough. So it was a whole lot of pressure on Bronny. It really, really was. And I'm hoping if they was to do this whole entire thing over again, he would say, like, you know what, let me go ahead and stay in school. Let me go ahead and, and get my game up more, get my weight up literally, to go ahead and do this over again and actually go in there right. Because like you said, LeBron ain't retiring this year. So therefore it wasn't a rush. Like he could have waited. I think he may actually still be in the league when Bryce gets in there. Just saying.
Yeah, he's looking at colleges. He has 2 college offers 4 hours ago. They just posted it up. He was at Arizona. One of the colleges is Ohio State, which would make sense, like Tone was saying. But the good thing is he's looking around. He's not just staying in, you know, Southern Cal. You know what I mean? So he's going around though.
Bronny should just went to Villanova. I'm telling you, he should have just went to Villanova. Just saying, no, he should have just went to Villanova. Anyway, so that's that. I saw that video. I was like, all right, Tone, I gotta show Tone this one. I'm like, all right, I gotta show Tone this one.
And do you remember on that show? You know what I mean? We had the debate, and you know what I'm saying, we was talking about, you know, Brownie and all that. There were, I want to say maybe my brother, and I definitely think like Jamaican G, like they were saying that Brownie could go into the league and average 15 points. They were talking about the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like they were saying the NBA. That dude could average 10 to 15 points. And like I was like, listen, y'all, that is the love that y'all have for the man named LeBron James. He's not going to be in the body of these of Bronny playing. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like remember that movie, The Sixth Man, with Kadeem Hardison and Marlon Wayans? Like it wasn't going to be like that, bro. Like his dad talent wasn't going to just jump into his body, and he was just going to take over and be the 6'1" phenom guard. Like the proof was in the pudding. Like we've seen it at USC, and like again, and I mean, we ain't got to keep beating the dead horse, but that cardiac arrest thing that he went through at the beginning of the season, I was like, that should have been just a, you know, let's get healthy. I mean, which he did because he came back and you know and everything. But to me, that was a major setback. That wasn't an ankle. That wasn't an ankle sprain or you know what I'm saying, some abdominal issue or you know what I mean. No, bro, your heart. You know what I'm saying? Your heart was at stake at this moment. And you, like I said, he bounced back. He rehabbed. He did all he needed to do. They ran the test. Said the heart was good to go, but I just thought that was a major setback where he should have maybe started off the year, you know, in college like fresh for the whole season in a rotation. I'm sure that took him out of the rotation a little bit. I don't know what the coaches had plans, you know, for him if they expected him to start or just get heavy minutes. But when they brought him back, I'm sure they was probably scared to ramp him up or play him a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? You know, given the nature of that severity of that injury, so or that cardiac problem. So. That like I said, that was another thing, man. I thought he should have went to school for just that alone. Not even so much his performance, but just the heart thing.
Yo, can you imagine being the coach that put in all these minutes that could have killed LeBron James' son? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have used that word. We are on YouTube and Instagram. But can you imagine you're the one that that forced the heart to have even more of an issue? Okay, maybe that's a better way of saying it. Sorry, YouTube. Don't cancel us. But can you imagine the pressure from the coach? But whatever. Now the pressure from that coach is, hey, I got him drafted. Whatever. Drunk Monk said Bryce learned from his brother's mistakes, or he's going to learn from his brother's mistakes. And I hope he does. Don't rush it. Go ahead, and you're going to be drafted because of the name alone, and you're going to be all right. Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and drop that one. And you know what? Like I really didn't want us to have an extremely long episode this week because, I mean, obviously it's family time. You know what I mean? It's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. You know, a lot of terrible games. Well, I know one terrible game for sure is going to be played tomorrow. And Tom may be excited, but I don't think anybody else is. That could, all right. You know what? That's a good question. Before we go ahead and start talk about the next subject of before we go ahead and close out. Tone, tomorrow, Giants versus Cowboys. As a Cowboys fan, are you rooting for them to win or to lose? I know you never want to root for them to lose. I understand that, but
right. I mean, given given the circumstances, you know what I'm saying, of the way the season's going, you know what I'm saying, I want to try to get the best draft pick possible. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean. But the Giants is just as terrible, so we probably will beat them. You know what I'm saying? But You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I just want to see a good football game, enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Time with my family and, you know what I'm saying? Watch some football.
A good football game. You better just throwing the football out in the street with your kids, man. It's going to be a better football game than what we're going to see. Dimples is in the building. Dimples, good to see you.
What up, Dem? What up, Dem, please?
Dem, please.
Yeah, I can't unsee that name now, man. I cannot unsee Dem, please. So I can't unsee it, Cat.
But you know what? I'm happy that you at least see it. You know what I mean? It'll be bad if, like, you know, like Larry, I still don't understand why you said Dem, please. That doesn't make any sense to me. The name don't look like that at all. I'm glad you at least see it, so I don't look too crazy every time I see Dimples. Thank you, Dimples, again for showing up on Instagram. Appreciate you so much. All right. So, look, before we go ahead and close out, and no, obviously we want to go into some scores. Hey, the Sixers are playing right now, right? Right, Joel?
Yeah, there was going back and forth. I was looking at the Cowboys scores last week. I appreciate you guys.
I know we don't know do nothing right this year.
I was like, hey, they came through. 84-82. High scoring right now, Maxey and Green for the Rockets. He has 32. That game
He nice.
too.
He nice.
Jalen, right? Jalen
yeah.
Green.
Yeah. He's
he has 32.
Problem.
Mm-hmm.
He has half their points.
I wonder
32, four 3-pointers, 4 for 6.
Is the ball 21 playing?
Nope. I already knew that because he's on my fantasy team for basketball.
Now he's trying to run away from the process. Now I really feel that he don't want to be here no more.
You know what though? Because I know y'all talked about that. Y'all had to talk about it the last 2 weeks. Here's my take on it.
Oh yeah.
The one that should be catching the most heat right now is Daryl Morey, because of the fact that why would you give this dude a contract when you didn't have to? And you know, they had this whole thing, a report that came out a while back that they met and they went over the game plan right after they lost, you know, before he went to the Olympics and all that. And I'm like, if you already knew he wasn't, you guys had a whole different game plan and all this stuff, why would you pay him? And then now, not only that, because a lot of people like automatically, yo, let's just trade Embiid right now. I didn't know this until I found out from hearing it through someone else. If you sign a contract this year, you can't get traded this year at all. At all. So if you sign an NBA contract, whatever year you're in, you can't get traded to another team because it's in the contract. So now, not only you didn't have to pay him, but you paid him. You didn't know how the season was going to go because you're doing this. You're trying to, I guess, what you want to say, accommodate this person or this player that works for you. And you just pay the money. You can't trade him because he's under contract for that year. And then now next year, what is going to be? Oh, well, you know, we really don't know what the team would have been because he was hurt, this and this and that. Okay, but you still paid this dude all this money. Like, it's crazy. I think it's him. You know how they be saying he's an enabler and all this stuff. Like, that's Daryl Morey, bro. And I mean, like, I'm a huge Embiid fan when he's on the court. When he's off the court is a whole different other story. And then now this whole thing is like, bro, like, look, at the end of the day, you need to understand that the coach is the one that tells you, like KG was saying on that thing that Tone sent over. He's like, bro, all I know, the coach says I need to be at practice. I need to be there. I need to play. I need to play. I need to run this play on the court. You know, I'm doing this, running this screen, whatever it is. He's like, that he's the person that tells you what to do, not the player telling you I'm not playing back to back and all this stuff. And then that's why you already having a separated locker room and all this stuff. And then you got young boys like Maxey and what is his name? Jared McCain, that's freaking, want to play and want to do well, and then you got their so-called leader or the superstar that's gotten paid all this money that's not leading by example or doing anything like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which were the rumors of what he was called out for in that team meeting and all that stuff. And I believe somebody probably in Joel Embiid's camp probably leaked that out. You know what I mean? Like, I know he was pissed about it, but like, who really had an incentive to leak that out? Somebody that doesn't want to be part of the situation. So I don't know who or what, you know what I mean, or how it came out as far as like, what was said behind closed doors amongst the team and the players, but is a real shit show right now.
You know what my issue is, what I've just been grasping, obviously, when all of this has been going on. And yeah, I'm pissed that he's hurt and he really can't be on the floor. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. But him coming out when he said about the back to back thing, right? He revisited that, and he talking about, I was trolling, right? He was trolling, so he really didn't mean that, right? And then when this report come out, about him, being late to team meetings and functions and things like that, and he comes out and say whoever said it is a piece of POS and all this and that, right? What year is this for Joel Embiid? Like in the league, like 10th, 11th year? How many years he been in the league?
Oh, what you say? What year? Hang on a
Yeah,
second. I'll pull it up. Go ahead.
like
It's not 10
my man,
years. It's gonna be 10 years yet.
No.
I'll say like 7.
7. He was hurt for 2 of them. He probably only played 7. But the point I'm trying to make with that is he's been in the league long enough to not be no young troll. Like, this dude ain't grow up yet. Like when are you going? And I know KG also said that just because you're the best player don't mean you're the leader of the team. And
Right.
Joel Embiid is not a leader. He's not a leader, man. But he think he is. I think he is, you know what I'm saying, because he's the face of the team. He averages the most, and he's getting paid the most, and this and that. So, like, you can't be in a role that you think you are, but you're not acting on that role. And to come out and say, you was trolling with this back to back, you think we want to hear that? Like, even if that's how you really feel, or if that's what you really want to do, don't tell us that that's what you're going to do. Like, just don't play in these back to backs, or what I'm saying, make it seem like this and that. And I, like I said on the last show, man, they said that the NBA insider said that they've heard that his knee is hurt worse than what obviously the Sixers organization is putting out, and that they won't be surprised if he gets shut down at some point of this season for the rest of the year. And it's like, this dude is just a walking injury, man.
You know what I gotta say to that is, like, how the hell did he play in the Olympics? Or did this injury happen in the Olympics and they were trying to hide it? You know what I'm saying? Because they probably was embarrassed that, they, instead of after losing and coming up short last year, like, bro, just go lock in, relax, rest up, get well, come back next year, prepare to play. No, it was important to you to go play in the Olympics, to join the team, the USA team, when you was on a whole different other team, to just get this gold medal, accolades, whatever it is to make yourself happy, when the bigger picture and the bigger reward is winning the NBA title. You know what I mean? So it's like, at what point did this injury happen? And that's why it's like there's a lot of little funny shit going on with the Sixers, man, which is like pissing me off. And then he gets mad at the fans of like, oh, why y'all saying this? Why y'all saying that? Mad at like everybody. Like, bro, listen, at the end of the day, like, bro, I personally know I've been down there for playoff games and all this shit down there. And every year you got fans investing in the team and investing their emotions and investing in, like me, I'm bringing my kids over there, whatever, like, yo, let's go to the Sixers game, and trying to create, some type of, bonding time with them and stuff like that. But more so just a tradition thing. Bro, for you, it's a game you contracted to play. It's the job for you. It's a tradition thing, and people are heavily invested as fans. And when you're coming up short, people got the right to say what they want to say, especially when you want to sit there and troll and not be a true leader and say that you're doing this, you're doing that, when you're supposed to be leading by example with, for your young teammates that's there every day, on time, grinding, playing well, taking that next step. Like, bro, the way Maxey been playing these last couple of years, he keeps elevating his game, getting better, and then coming back in shape. You know what I mean? That's why he felt the need to say something, because he's like, bro, I know I'm doing my part. I'm showing up every single year, and I'm getting better year over year. Where are you at? You're not matching my energy, bro, and I'm not trying to come here and lose. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but I'm going to call you out on it. So, like, right now, like Tone said, he's not the leader. Bro, like, Maxey is more of a leader right now and leading by example. Just the last 3 years with the sample size that we have, as putting in the necessary work during the off season and getting better. You know what I mean? So it's a real shit show, man. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't care, man. Even if we losing at the point where we're allowed to trade them, because we're not going to be able to trade them this year, but it just has to happen, man.
Yo, so did y'all see that Stephen A said his word on the street that he's heard from someone like close to the organization or just close to that situation, ever since Embiid signed that extension, he's been acting different. You know what I mean? Like, and for Maxey to call him out, I'm not sure if obviously this has been the issue that Embiid has had, in prior years, like being late to team meetings, and maybe just this season, Maxey just got fed up with it. But like so when Joel just said, you got to lead by example, bro. Like you're not even playing. You know what I'm saying? You're not even playing. You're supposed to be hurt, and is that why you're not showing up to things, because you're not a part of something, or you're not playing? You think you could just show up at any time? And to go back to Daryl Morey, what Joel said about Daryl Morey, I think we might have to revisit that situation with him and James Harden. Like, we were mad at James Harden because of what he did, what he said in China, and he would never ever trust that guy. He would never play in Philly. This, that, and the third. And just like Joel said, Morey is an enabler, so he thought he had to probably give him that extension for Embiid. Embiid probably was mad about something, or what I'm saying, or just upset, or just showing his emotions, and let me go ahead and give him this money, what I'm saying, to calm me down. And then this and that, I try to put a band-aid over the wound. And then what I like also from Embiid was that all of a sudden, and I don't know if this is a true statement that he made, but then I don't know if y'all heard this, that he talking about he really wanted Jimmy Butler versus Paul George. And I'm like,
what?
I'm like, wait, how could that be so? Because during the finals, wasn't you all doing all these little faces and shoulder shrugs, and like trying to bait PG to sign to Philly?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like I said, I don't know if this is a concrete statement that was made by him, or if he even made the statement, but I've seen something that said that he saying that he really wanted Jimmy Butler back, and now that the situation with Paul George isn't working, he's frustrated.
Whatever. Drunk Monk said, without us, he won't have a paycheck. Talking about the fans. Lil Miriam, hey, Kane Digital is in the building as well. Good to see y'all. Definitely
2016, he came in the league too. So what, 8?
Mm-hmm.
8 years. It's crazy, man. When he's on the floor, no one's questioning him. When he's on the floor, like, he's definitely, dude, the dominant player that you would want on the team. But the problem is, like, bro,
Tone this now.
You keep sitting there trying to go off of what you can do versus what you're doing. Like, it's like, no, bro, it don't work like that. And I honestly think that's what it is with Maxey, bro. Like, I think he's just fed up. He's on some, like, bro, I come in, I put in the work, I lead by example, I'm showing up to practice. Year over year, I'm getting better and better and better. And, like, you supposed to be my wingman, bro. You not here. Like, you know what I mean? And then you see this young rookie boy lighting it up. the energy's there doing what he need to do, and he's like,
nails.
yo, like, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? And then it compromises the coach too. Like, you know what I mean? Imagine being the coach and you're trying to like, set the tone and get everyone on the same page, and then they're like, yeah, man, that sounds good and all, but then they like looking at, you know what I mean, what's going on, like, with y'all addressing this with him? Like,
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean? You know how it
right,
is. It's
right.
like once you let somebody like get out of pocket like that, man, and they you can't reel it back in, it's like, bro, like your word to the team or you lose credibility. And that's what's happening. That's why we won 2 games. It looks like we're gonna lose this game that's going on right now, and it's looking very ugly, man.
Yeah, this season is a wash. Then the Paul George effect is happening. Like, yo, I just think the Sixers organization just might be cursed, man. It just seems like anybody that comes here that had a name that was prior, you know what I'm saying, that was decent prior before signing a contract in Philly, they get to Philly and it just fizzle out. It just fizzles out. Like Paul George, even when he was playing, was still like just like a shell of himself. Like, I mean, I was like, damn, I don't see no hype. You know what I'm saying in this signing. Like, you know what I mean. Even when he came back from like I said from the first hyperextended knee, and I was just like, this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? This is not gonna work. Like, and then they gave him 212 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely not gonna work. You can't trade him. He's 34, 35 years old. Every year he plays under that contract, he's going to be older. He's a step slower. Oh, and to go back on Embiid to talk about, I know Joel said whenever he's on the court, he's cool, but not this season. I don't know what's going on this year when he's on court.
No,
He
not
ain't the
this year. I'm
same.
talking
He
about
ain't the same.
previously. Right.
He ain't the same guy because with the game when we played Miami, he didn't take one free throw. One, and they said that's the first time in like 6 years that he ain't took a free throw in a game. And he's the most baited foul guy. He's gonna, get a foul just because how he be flopping sometimes. And he couldn't do that night. That dude don't want to play, man. He don't want to play. At least not this season.
I got one even better for you, and credit to Chill Will, because we actually talked about this. We was at my uncle's crib. I want to say like I can't remember. My days is all messed up for the last 2 weeks. But anyway, he said everybody that's been part of the process has slowly but surely been every single one. You go back to the process when Sam Hinkie was here and everyone that we drafted from the process, check where they're at. They're either no longer in the league or have no name. And the last one is Joel Embiid.
Wow. Drunk Monk on IG said I noticed when he was just worried about MVP instead of winning a championship. I guess he noticed that change in him. Like as soon as he started worrying about the MVP, and yeah.
Right, and everything's adding up. He probably knew, or I locked in an MVP. I secure that personal accolade is going to get me that contract. You know what I mean? You got that speaking point on there, but it really wasn't about winning. You know what I mean? And hey, look, man, at the end of the day, they look at it as a job. Like they don't have no ties to the city or the fans or the organization or anything like that. When it's all said and done, you know what I mean? Not like a LeBron where he had a personal interest because he's from Cleveland. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's bad, but when me and Will was talking about that, bro, that shit stuck with me, and I'm like, damn, he right. Like, if you look at every single person we drafted, Jaleel Okafor, we had Ben Simmons, who else we had? Keep throwing those names out there. You're going to see it, and you look where they're at now in their career, they're just
Nolan's Noel.
Yeah, Noel, Markel Fultz. You go through all of them, and you see, like, you like, slowly but surely, like it's like almost like I don't want to say like they play like shit, like what you know what I mean. They were just kind of like getting faded and faded out when they were coming out. You saw Okafor coming out; he had all these accolades. Norman's Noel, same thing, and then you had Fultz when he came out, all the accolades that they were like, oh, all these praises, and then he just turned into a non-shooter. Like what the hell? So
Yeah.
he had some valid points, man, and the only one that was left was legit MB. That's you know what I mean. And now you got all this like weird stuff going on with him.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm still hopeful that they can still turn it around. I mean, they're only 3-13. I mean, it's still the beginning of the season. They can turn it around. No, okay. I'll be positive cap for a while. Positive cap.
I'm more plotting on them just getting to the bottom of the barrel, and those floor seats become like 300-400 to sit on the floor, and I'm gonna rock my GNT shirt and get some free advertisement on the court.
I like it. No, this by any means, make it happen. All right, look, it's 1 hour and 6 minutes into the into the pod. You know, I said we didn't want this to be an extremely long podcast today because of everything dealing with family and everything like that. But I do have to place myself in somewhere. It was like a real quick sneak peek, but bam, there we go. Bam.
Yo, is that Dimensions?
Yes, it is, sir.
Oh man.
Yes, it is.
Have to talk later. See how you did that.
So so right now, as you can tell by my background, I'm in Dimension Sports Bar, where we're going to be this Sunday. Game Eagles versus Ravens, starting at 4:25. We're going to be live at Dimensions at 3:25.
Yes,
starting everything up. It's exciting, man. It's exciting.
Yeah,
for
man.
our
They got the
last
drink
game.
specials, shots when we score a touchdown, hookah, food specials. Listen, and you got GNT in the building. What else you want? And you already know them 4:00 games. DJ rolls in right after the game's done. DJ Alam, more than likely. I'm sure he's gonna pull up. And man, I need this. It's been a couple rough 2 weeks, and I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun time. It's always a fun time. Drinks aplenty. Food is always on point. And the environment and the vibe is always great. So I look forward to seeing every single one of y'all being there at Dimensions with us this Sunday. Be there around 3:00. Meet me there at 3:00, please. I want to see y'all guys' faces when we go live to everybody else, but I want to hear y'all guys' voices while we're there as well. So join us. Be there at Dimensions at 3:20, going live for the Eagles versus Ravens game that starts at 4:25. And with all that being said, we just go ahead and get ready to close this thing out. It is Thanksgiving starting up tomorrow, and I just want to basically tell y'all guys how grateful and thankful I am to y'all brothers. Y'all guys took it upon yourselves to take a chance and wanted to team up, with me to do this podcast that is now turning to what it is, which is a fun and successful thing, for every single body that's part of it. I thank y'all guys so much for believing in the vision that I had and for enhancing whatever vision that I had to make it to way bigger pulse than anything I could have imagined. So don't shake your head, Tone. I said pause. But I'm truly am thankful for the relationship, for the partnership, for the friendship and the brotherhood that we have as a group. And more to come. So that's what I'm thankful for. And besides my family, obviously, I'm always going to be thankful for, the things that God has blessed me with, my family and everything like that. But just dealing with this podcast, I'm definitely grateful for y'all brothers.
For sure, man. For sure. I'll piggyback off of that, man, and just say that, of course, man. Of course, I'm thankful for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? For what we've been through since day one. You know what I'm saying? Where we are now. You know what I'm saying? We just elevating, you know what I'm saying, the ideas, the events, you know what I'm saying, the extra conversations that we have outside of this, you know what I mean, the plan and the next thing. Like even though we got something going on, we always, you know what I'm saying, talking or thinking about the next move, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all you're just as good as your next move. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's what we try to stay on, you know what I mean, and just be creative, have the mind working and the creative juices, you know, flowing, man. And like I said, thanking y'all, thankful for, you know what I'm saying, what you bring to the table, Kat, what you bring to the table, Joe, you know what I'm saying, what I bring to the table, man. It's just like this dynamic trio, you know what I'm saying? Like we really got something, you know what I mean, cooking up, man. We really got something shaking, man. So I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Thankful for, of course, for my family, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, without my family, man, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to my three children, man. You know what I'm saying? Love them to death. You know what I'm saying? They make me rock and roll, man. You know what I'm saying? Waking up and just, you know what I mean, knowing that whatever it is that dad out here doing, you know what I'm saying, is going to make them proud, you know what I'm saying, leaving a legacy for them, you know what I'm saying? So thankful for them, man. Thankful for them three, man. They definitely make this heart pump, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's what I got, man. Thankful for my mother, father, I mean my brother, my twin sisters, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
who
right.
I will be with tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, thanking, saluting, you know what I mean, the Ingram family, the Davis family, man. You know what I'm saying? And saluting and thankful for all y'all that tune in every week,
Word.
man, and that subscribe to the channel, that follow us on YouTube, that follow us on IG. You know what I'm saying? That DM us, you know what I mean, ideas that's just want to genuinely see us win. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for that, man. And that's all I got.
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys said it best, man. I mean, I would have never thought we'd be this far with, how we started and stuff like that. So definitely grateful for you guys as well. I mean, Tone was jumped right into the lane I was going to go to. I'm just thankful for everybody that believed in us as far as, you got people like Raul that opened up their establishment to us. You got Foster Philly Art. You know what I mean? You have a guy like Jay that just happened to be at Dimensions and is tapped in with the right people and giving us donations of Brandon Graham, ironically, a
Ironic.
signed
Wow.
autograph, photo of him and Brent Selleck, someone that if we wasn't doing this podcast, we probably would have never met or ever
Hmm.
networked with or anything like that. And just people that just tuned in and, just for me, it's just been eye opening for people that I would have never thought that would be number one watching the podcast, but let alone, like Tone said, sending us ideas of, yo, y'all should do this or y'all should do that. Whether it was family, friends, or anybody like that, just extremely thankful for that. And like, listen, the last 2 weeks I had the roughest last 2 weeks and year beyond that I could ever even imagine. But I'm thankful for all y'all, man, that just tapped in. Some people that I never expected to just reach out to me and just quick kind words or just say, yo, need anything, I got you, man. All that goes a long way because on the flip side of that, people that you think would be there during the most difficult times ain't happening. And you know what I mean? Like I know I talked to the fellas a little bit. I really didn't get too deep into it. But you know what I mean? Like I just plan to take my example of what I just been through because I know a lot of you guys are still fortunate enough to have that person in your life, whether it's your mom, dad, role model, whatever it is, that person that really, cared for you the most in life, because that's the person that I just lost. And you see different things that happen and stuff like that. And anybody that asks me, I tell them the same thing. They're like, yo, you need anything? Anything I could do for you? Yeah. And my reply was the same to everybody. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Is whoever that person is in your life, whether it's your mom, dad, role model, guardian, whoever took care of you, or significant other, or a child that you have a great connection with, just make sure you spend that time with them because that's what truly made me losing my mom the easiest thing possible because I knew I did every single thing possible up to the last day. You know what I mean? Where I was out constantly checking on her, making sure she was good and stuff like that. To my abilities. A lot of people don't know. It's like, bro, I'm a father first. I got a grandson. I got a business that I run, my business. I do this podcast, and I still made time for my mom when I could, and I did. You know what I mean? Even up to and including picking her up and taking her to family and stuff like that. So all these memories that I had since my father passed, it was 76 days apart to be exact. And that was the thing that kind of like made it easier. The other part of it, which is what I'm gonna share with my team, these two gentlemen that is on the pod right now, and then a few other people that's close to me, how things unfolded and stuff like that, where we hear, stories and stuff like that, and only sharing that because I care about you guys, and I want you guys to make sure that that isn't the case when that time comes, and hopefully no time soon for anybody that's watching this podcast. But you guys already know, man, Bird Gang, glad to be back, and I'm checking out.
There's nothing else to say. Everyone, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Appreciate every single one of y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all live at Dimensions on Sunday. See y'all guys at 3:00 when we go live. Everyone on Instagram, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Drunk Monk, you've been there the whole entire time with us. I appreciate you, bro. Much love, respect. Absolutely. Lil Mariam, I definitely see you. Yeah, he had no Cowboys jersey. He's not going to have one there on Sunday either. So, but anyway, no, that's not going to happen. Okay, but look, we appreciate.
Who gonna stop me from walking in there with it on? Exactly. Finish the show.
Okay, so but regardless, we appreciate once again every single one of y'all for tuning in, as always, for being there with us, for supporting us and laughing with us. Most important, we always hope that's our goal, is at the end of our hour and whatever how many minutes afterwards, is that you had a chance to laugh with us, because let us be your escape away from your madness, or whatever madness that could be. So we appreciate y'all once again. We see y'all all on Sunday at Dimensions. Anything else, lastly?
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy your time with the family and loved ones.
Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with the loved ones, and also to piggyback off of you saying you can laugh with us and all this and that. You can also laugh with me every third Friday of the month at Laugh the Pain Away. You know what I'm saying? Which our next show is December 20th. You know what I'm saying? Got a dope lineup, free wine, 5091 Umbria Street. The ticket link is in my bio on Instagram, Tone the Promoter. Follow me, get them tickets. Come laugh with me. Even though y'all coming to watch the football game with us, at Dimensions on Sunday, come down and the man and young and come laugh, the pain away. You know what I mean? Get your little sip on, you know what I'm saying? And vibe and rock out with us, man. My guy Ken Jones, a funny brother, man. I'm telling you, that's the next dude that's gonna pop. It's gonna take off from Philly, man. And guess what? Your boy Tone gonna be right there promoting. I'm telling you, man. It's up, man. It's up for all of us, man. Like, and we just keep putting in this work, man. Keep grinding, man. It's gonna happen, man. I don't care. I'm 43 years old, man. But I'm rocking and rolling, living my dream, man, trying to do it, man. And ain't nobody stopping me, bro. So pop out, y'all. Pop out, please.
Laugh the pain away. God bless every single one of y'all. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Have an extra piece of turkey on me. Have an extra piece just for me. Extra gravy is on me. So God bless you all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.